Hey guys, Jason here with Timber Ninja Outdoors, about to give you an overview of our new Blackbelt saddle. We've been working on this saddle for the last 2 years, trying to perfect it and get it dialed the way we wanted. I hunted it all last season through a few different prototypes, and then we made a few minor tweaks after season just to make it a little bit more user friendly for people. I'm going to go over some of the key features and benefits of this saddle, and then we'll also show you how we set up and hunt on the tree. So the main thing about this saddle, it is a two-panel design, and there are other two panels on the market, but what's different about ours is we use a very lightweight, breathable, padded foam. This saddle is manufactured by a fall protection company. We've been using this padded foam with our fall protection harnesses for years, and it works out really well. It's very durable. I mean, you think about how much a construction worker is using a fall protection harness versus how many times we actually get out in the woods and hunt every year. It's really comfortable, and some of the benefits about the padding is it really helps reduce a lot of your pinch point issues. Now, an all-day hunt, I don't care what type of saddle you're hunting out of, you're going to at some point get uncomfortable. It's just the nature of the beast. I mean, you could sit in a lazy boy all day and you're gonna start to get uncomfortable. So, but this saddle really does feel very comfortable, at least for me, on all-day sits. I mean, I do multiple all-day sits every year, and it's just, it really shined, compared to some of the other saddles that I've used in the past. So a few other things that we did to our saddle that I don't think's out there. I mean, I haven't seen everybody's saddle on the market. There's so many these days, but some of the problems I was having with some of the saddles was, your adjustment here for your waist belt would always come loose when you're walking, and it would start to sag on you. And also, like with some of them that they only adjust from one side, you may have a tendency where your buckle would be over here, or even to the left. So what we did is we put the adjustment, a pass-through buckle here, and it really helps bite. So once this thing is set, it doesn't really work itself free. And also, we made it to where the belt would slide all the way through. So that way you would always get your buckle lined up. So we do use a male and female metal buckle here. This is a buckle that we use in fall protection. It's rated. It's very durable, and it's worked out pretty well. It's lightweight. So in our two-panel design, we have it where it clips up here, and you have adjustments. Because the problem I've had with two panels that you don't have that type of adjustment is when you unhook it and you go to stand up, your saddle will fall, lower in your legs, and if you need to reposition quietly, it's a little cumbersome. So, and a lot of times you don't always want it to drop all the way, so we make it to where you can adjust it out. And that way, you can adjust it to where you want. I always put a little bit more slack in it so you don't feel these the webbing digging into you. But you can also just completely drop it if you really want to drop it down below your legs and pop your top up, to rest in, use like a back band. That's a very comfortable way to sit, after you've been standing all day or leaning all day. And then when you're ready to go and walk, you just pull it back up. We have our bridge loops here, which we're using Oplux for our bridge. We're also using Oplux for our tree tether and our lineman's rope, and they're all sewn, and then we're providing a prusik for all of those. We will offer this saddle with an option to buy a complete ready to hunt kit, which will come with a saddle, Oplux bridge, Oplux tether, Oplux lineman's loop or lineman's rope, and prusiks for all that, and carabiners. We're going to be using a black diamond oval carabiner that's black. They were on back order. We didn't have one to show you here, but you can look online and see what you're getting there. Another thing we did, we kept our molly loops on the top of both panels. That way, you can use them while you have it engaged as a single panel, which this saddle hunts very comfortably as a single panel. And one of the benefits, another benefit of utilizing the padded material here is you don't have the bunching that you can get when you're using a mesh style saddle. I have a tendency where they get bunched and I have to readjust it. I didn't really like that, so this helps keep it firm and stable as you're walking or as you're in the tree. I mean, it still packs up very nice. I always roll mine up, and I put it in my pack like this, and it's ready to go. Because most of the places I hunt, I'm gonna have to add some layers when I get to the tree, so it just doesn't. And I'm walking 3 to 5 miles sometimes, so it's not very comfortable for me to wear a saddle to the tree. So I always pack mine up, but it rolls up pretty tight. Some of the mesh ones may roll up a little bit tighter, but hey, you got to give some to win some. So now we're in the tree with the saddle. Personally, when I set mine up, I've played with all different types of tethered heights, and what I found that works the best for me is to have my tethered essentially right around my navel, slightly higher. I do that for a lot of reasons. One is it allows me to do more leaning. I hunt mostly out of a lock-on stand. Sometimes I hunt off our platform, but for longer sits, I like to have a lock-on. And when it's positioned like this, it makes it a lot easier for me to transition my bow from side to side. I've had issues when my tether was up like this, that I shoot a long bow, so like it was hard to get that over. It caused me to miss some opportunities on a few deer. Whereas when it's set like this and I see a deer coming in, I can essentially lay my bow sideways to be able to jump to either side. And it allows me to pivot really well, but you can pick your own poison for how you want to set up your tether height, but this is what I found it works the best for me. So basically when I'm hunting in an all-day sit, I'm typically leaning like I am now. I like to lean, but as you stand all day, you get tired, that's when the two panel really shines. So like I was saying, you can adjust the panel like this based on the straps to get it kind of where you want. I mean, you can tell as I'm leaning back, you're really not seeing those straps dig in at all. And you can adjust it down more. And one way that I really, when I get really tired and I may even want to take a nap, I'll go ahead and I'll drop these like this, get it down to here, and then I could swing in and put my knees in, and usually I'll readjust that tether to make it a little bit higher so I'm not this low, but then you can just sit the way you want. And one of the adjustments we made was it was a little complicated with our initial design to get these rebuckled, so we went to these male and female clips here, and it makes it a lot easier, especially like if you got on a lot of clothing or you're a bigger guy, you can't get your arms back there. It just makes it real user friendly to get it up. You just pop her back up. You're back in business. Very comfortable, and we're also going to be offering this in 2 different sizes. What I have here, I'm at 32 waist, and this one fits really well. This is our standard size. It will fit people up to 34-inch waist. And then we have an XL version that'll take you from 34 up to 40-inch waist. So 2 different size options, double panel, padded, made in America by a fall protection company with over 40 years of making fall protection. Our partner is also an ISO certified third-party testing facility, which there's not a standard as of today for saddles. So what we utilized is the OSHA fall restraint standard, which essentially means anything on the saddle that's going to come under load has to withstand up to 3,000 pounds. And we put it on, they have what they call a tinus machine, and we put all of our components that went into load, and they went over 3,000 pounds, like 3,700 before we started seeing any type of breakdown with anything, any stitches popping. So very well made, trusted company making it for us. It's not being made by somebody that has a year of sewing experience or made in China. It's all American made. Most of all of our materials sourced in the U.S. as well. Some things you just can't really, it's hard to source, but we do the best we can to make sure we bring as much American made into this product. The Blackbelt saddle is about ready to launch. Keep an eye out. We will be running a special to any of our newsletter subscribers. That will be on the first pre-order, and we'll give you a discount off. More of that will come, once you get your email, and we'll do a few more videos as we get closer to launch. But we'll have these launched and ready to go before season.